ready to start.
We got that ready. That's a start.
Let me get put together.
That's a plan.
Doug is ready. That's right.
That's how we get it done. All right, and for the record, I want it on the record that every time we hit the word Karen in that prayer, I almost looked over my shoulder and I'm like, wow, behave yourself. But I couldn't help myself. So Judith, next year you and I have to find our names in one of our prayers somehow, somewhere. Yeah, mine is Papa. Except it's not.
So I heard the call to Neilah. It's my cue. And we will begin this, our concluding service, our Neilah service at the bottom of page 613. Neilah. Again, the day rolls into darkness. The sky spills its pinks and purples, draining to blackness. Deep inside, there is a closing, a small gate, swinging shut in the mind. Those few last thoughts rush through, and a life is sealed. Outside the temple, a lone bird sounds its call, waits for a response. Now turn to page 620. Those who wish may rise for Chatzi Kaddish. Meditation on 622 will lead us into the Amidah on page 624. Edim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot L'Imo, U'Megilah V'Nevehem, V'man Shemo Be'ava.
Melech Ozer, u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo.
Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah.
Page 626.
Atah gibor le'olam Adonai,
Hayei metim hatara v'hoshia, morin hatav, mechakel chayim b'chesed, mechayei metim b'rachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofei cholim, umatir asurim, umechayei emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha b'gevurot, umidom elach, melech memit umechayei, umatzmiach Yeshua, yod metim, baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hametim. So at this point in the service, it is traditional for Neilah to stand through the entirety of the Amidah. It's a different kind of Amidah, but we also recognize that it's late in the day and people get tired. So we've started to have a designated person to stand on behalf of the congregation. For many years it has been Rick Bryan, and Rick, you're welcome to continue to do that. I want you to know we brought in a reinforcement this year. Brad Ordo is our reinforcement, our person who's designated also to stand on behalf of the congregation. Anybody else is welcome to do so, and at this point, if not, you are welcome to be seated right now. And with that, we continue on page 628 at the bottom of the page. Pitchu li sharei tzedek navovam nodeya. Open the gates of righteousness for us. Open the gates that we may enter and praise the eternal. Open the gates for us, for all Israel, for all people everywhere. The gates of acceptance and atonement, beauty and creativity. The gates of dignity, empathy, and faith. The gates of generosity and hope, insight and joy. The gates of knowledge and love, meaning and nobility. The gates of openness, patience, and the quest for peace. The gates of renewal, song and tranquility, the gates of understanding and virtue, the gates of wisdom and wonder, exaltation, youth and old age, the gates of Zion, reborn and rebuilt in our time. Open the gates, open them wide, show us the way to enter. On page 633, we read responsively, alive, I aspire to an eloquent seeing of all earth's seasons, inspired touching of flesh, flower, and stone, true hearing of others, journey, self, and terrain, the difficult dignity of individual thought.
An inner burning of commandments, a sometimes certainty of divine presence, weaving of sorrow into becoming, a loneliness seated but surprising joy.
Into this life, courageously, toward the unknown purpose. On 634, Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh v'kadoshim b'chol yom yichalucha selah. You are holy, your name is holy. Seekers of holiness praise you day by day. Selah baruch atah Adonai hamelech hakadosh. You are the source of blessing, eternal one, sovereign of the sacred. Continue on page 636. You choose us with love to be messengers of mitzvot, and through us you made known your aspirations. Among all the many people, you gave us a pathway to holiness. Among all the great nations, you lifted us up and made yourself our sovereign. And so we seek you and serve you and celebrate our nearness to your presence. Your great and sacred name has been our calling. V'atiten lanu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava et yom ha'kippurim hazeh, limchila v'lislicha v'chapara v'milcha bo et kol avonotenu mikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim. In your love, eternal God, you have given us this Yom Kippur, a day on which our wrongs are forgiven, a day of sacred assembly, a day to be mindful of our people's going out from Egypt. 638. Zachrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo l'tova, eternal our God, remember us. Uvdenu vo livracha, be mindful of us and redeem us. V'hoshienu vo l'chaim, and redeem us for a life of goodness and blessing, and let us say, favor us with words of deliverance and mercy. Show us the depth of your care. God, we await your redemption, for you reign with grace and compassion. On page 640, Pitach Lanu. Top of page 641. When you asked in the world to come, what kind of work did you do? And your answer is, I fed the hungry. The response will be, this is the gate of the eternal. Enter into it, you who fed the hungry. If your answer is, I gave drink to the thirsty, the response will be, this is the gate of the eternal. Enter into it, you who gave drink to the thirsty. If your answer is, I clothed the naked, the response will be, this is the gate of the eternal. Enter into it, you who clothed the naked. And the response will be the same if you answer, I was a parent to orphans, I was generous to the poor, I performed deeds of loving kindness. Continue on page 644. Though we wander and stray, your forgiveness grows as you pardon our wrongs one by one, doing what is right for every living being. In your mercy and love, do not treat us harshly for the harshness of our deeds. You teach us to proclaim your attributes, made known to Moses, man of humility, long ago. This day remember for our sake the covenant of your 13 ways, as it is written, the Eternal descended in the cloud, stood with him there, and proclaimed. On the bottom of page 644, Adonai, Adonai. Continue on page 651. The future has an ancient heart. The tree still stands, your love endures. Remind us, we are children, still bewildered by the world, selfish, willful, lacking in patience, longing for praise, in need of hugs. Remind us, we are servants, day laborers, summoned every morning, lazy, distractible, focused on quick rewards, ennobled by your work. Remind us, we are a vineyard, watched over, yearned over, tended these 3,000 years, scorched by fire but alive at the root, growing slowly toward the harvest day. The future has an ancient heart, the tree still stands, your love endures. (652) at the bottom. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence. When we return to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. If you are seated and wish to stand now for a Shamnu, we are at a Shamnu, the last of our confessionals for this Yom Kippur, top of page 653. I da 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 I da 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 I da 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 Ashamnu Bagadnu Gazalnu Dibarnu Dofi Hevinu Vehirshanu Zadnu Chamasnu Talfanu Sheker Yatsnu Ra Kizavnu Latsnu Radnu Niatsnu Sararnu Ahavinu Pashanu Sararnu Kishinu Oref Rashanu Shichatnu Tiavnu Tainu Titanu. Of these wrongs we are guilty, we betray, we steal, we scorn, we act perversely, we are cruel, we scheme, we are violent, we slander, we devise evil, we lie, we ridicule, we disobey, we abuse, we defy, we corrupt, we commit crimes, we are hostile, we are stubborn, we are immoral, we kill, we spoil, we go astray, we lead others astray. What can we say to you whose existence is beyond time and space? What words of ours can reach your realm, beyond the clouds, beyond heaven itself? Every hidden mystery, every revelation, surely you know them all. Continue on page 657. My God, mighty one of my existence, have mercy on your lost child who has wandered from the ancestral path. I know that you are far beyond me, elevated above my kin. Are you, my God? Yet this I know too. Somewhere in the hidden places, you sit waiting eternally for the last of your servants who strives to come into your gates in faith. On the top of page 661, we read responsively, as soon as the fast of Yom Kippur concludes, pound the first nail into the sukkah.
To everything there is a season, a time for prayer and looking inward, a time to go outside and build.
So it is written, one mitzvah inspires another. May this long day of fasting and self-denial inspire acts of creativity, generosity, and joy. May we go from strength to strength.
As this day has been a refuge for the Spirit, may we shelter one another in the sukkah. As we have shared worship and teshuvah, may we share hospitality Mindful that our days are fleeting, we prepare to taste the sweet fruits of this season, to cherish life, to celebrate the light.
On page 664, Avinu Malkeinu. Ask everyone to please be seated. And our service continues on page 666 at Usharim. Page 668, Kaddish Shalem, the full Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah. Ve'alma divra kirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'mechon v'chayechon beit Yisrael, b'galav v'zman kari v'imeru. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach, le'olam alo me'omaya yitbarach. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yipar v'yirman v'naseh v'yidadar v'yidalev v'yidalo shmeda kudasha b'richu leila leila mikol birchata v'shirata tushvachata v'nekamata damiram be'ama v'imeru tikabel tzlahon v'adhon d'chol Yisrael kadam avuhun v'shmaya v'imeru Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imeru Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, ve'akol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom, bottom of page 668. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael. Shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, yaseh page 670, we read responsively. We stand as one before the gates of a new year, renewed by this day of atonement, made stronger by all who are with us and by those whose presence we feel within.
As the long day fades into dusk, we join our voices in words of hope and dedication.
Pete Kulana, Sharet Sedek, Navovam Nodeya, open for us the gates of righteousness that we may enter and praise the eternal source of life.
Open for us the gates of sacred community, that we may enter and feel its healing power.
Open for us the gates of truth and integrity that we may enter and grow in faithfulness.
Open for us the gates of devotion and principle, that we may enter and find enduring values and meaning.
Open for us the gates of repentance and return that we may enter and offer our best.
Open for us the gates of forgiveness, that we may enter and offer our humanity.
Open for us the gates of kindness and compassion that we may enter and offer our love. On 672, 673, Shema Baruch Shem Adonai Hu, please rise. Somebody was keeping count because I lost count after about 5. You got 7? Okay. Cool. Guys ready? Cool. Tikiya. Shivarim. Trua. Tikiya Gadola. L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim next year in Jerusalem. On page 674 is Havdalah. If people want to gather a little closer, if they can still do so and remain distant, but it's close enough where you can see the candle once lit.
Yeah.